Hey guys, it's Katie, and I'm going to give you guys a quick formal risk presentation. Everyone is required to watch this video and take the corresponding quiz. The quiz just confirms that you've watched this video because there's some really important information and I want you all to be safe. So let's get started. What we're going to go through is buses, how that's going to work, how going home will be operated, info about your dates and how they should be acting, alcohol, things that surround that topic, social media do's and don'ts, what property destruction is and what that means for sisters, how to treat party monitors, and also risk and how that involves MDC. So let's get started with buses. So the bus plan, sisters must arrive 30 minutes prior to bus time departure. So that's different from what was said in chapter. In chapter, we said 20 minutes, but we changed it so it has to be 30 minutes before your bus time. So if your bus is at 7 o'clock, you need to report to Madison Union Ballroom by 6:30. There will be sisters downstairs to escort you upstairs and make sure you get signed into the Madison Ballroom because that's where you need to be. So there'll be food and water. Food includes mozzarella sticks. So this should be a huge incentive to come. And as such, you cannot bring any outside beverages. That includes water. That includes any alcohol. You should not have any alcohol on the premise anyways, and we'll have water for you. So if you don't go here and you don't sign in, there will be a sign in. If you don't do that, you cannot attend formal. So if you don't arrive 30 minutes early to Madison Ballroom, but you still arrive at the bus stop, you will not be allowed to go to formal. This is a mandatory event that we have to implement, and please everyone just come. It's going to have free food, and we'll have TV going and music, so it'll be fun. Additionally, there are going to be 4 rounds of buses. More details will come with this, but seniors, you will be on the first bus round, so don't be afraid of that. And then, so we're using an outside bus company. We're not using JMU. However, this outside bus company still has a throw-up fee of $250, of which you are responsible for paying if you throw up. Theta is not responsible for this fee. All sisters are responsible for their own actions. Really, really important point, guys. If you are too drunk to go to formal or you don't feel good, please don't come. You're not going to be punished. You won't get in trouble. If you're feeling sick, don't come on the buses. Don't throw up. Don't make it difficult for party monitors. If you don't feel good, just don't come, and that's okay. We'd love for you guys to come. So don't pregame, don't postgame. Come, have fun with sisters. Don't throw up. Cool. Next, going home. We all kind of know this protocol. If there's a bus and you and your date need to leave or are told that you have to leave, you will just get on a bus, grab a plastic bag, and sit down. I reiterate, grab a plastic bag if you are being sent home. It doesn't matter if you don't feel sick getting on the bus. I want you to have a plastic bag anyways, just in case. Because again, the venue is 30 minutes away, so make sure you're all covered. If there is not a bus there and you and your date need to be sent home, then you are responsible for paying for an Uber or a taxi. And this not only includes for you and your date, this will also include a sister. Either someone in your family or a party monitor will leave with you and your date in an alternative transportation of Uber or taxi. You cannot have a friend come pick you up. That will not be allowed. We will turn them away. You have to take an Uber or a taxi. And you're responsible for that payment. Additionally, if a sister does go with you and they have to. But when a party monitor or a sister goes with you, you're responsible for their transportation back to the venue as well. So, moral of the story, don't do anything irresponsible, don't need to leave. Stay, have fun, and because if you do, you have to pay for that. Date etiquette. I know you guys are all adults, but I want you just to remember to choose your dates wisely. I want your dates to all be really kind to you, really respectful, because you all deserve that treatment. We don't want our dates to be problematic. By that, I mean you don't want your date to be throwing up, kicked out, sent home, being aggressive to sisters or security. If they are, you are 100% responsible for how they act and the repercussions that come along with that. So what that means is if your date is too drunk and gets kicked out, you get kicked out and then you get called into MDC the next day. We'll be on social probation and then we'll also have a contract, which isn't really fun. It's not fun for you. It's not fun for MDC. We want you all to be safe. So just make sure you pick the right date. Again, make sure they're kind and respectful to you and other sisters. You deserve to be treated like a princess, so make sure they treat you that way. Alcohol. We all know this information, but let's just reiterate. If you are not 21, do not drink. You should not be drinking. It's against the law. If you should not pregame or postgame either. That's against theta bylaws. You should not ever do that because it's really not safe, especially if you consume a lot of alcohol when you're pregaming. Really not safe, makes you sick, can lead to really bad things. Don't do it. If you're too drunk, you will not be allowed on the buses. You probably will be sent home from Madison Union, and we will turn you away. Again, if you're too drunk, don't come. It's okay. Also, when we're there, anybody who is 21, you will need 2 forms of ID at the venue. Make sure you bring cash because it will be a cash bar. 2 forms of ID, bring cash. Don't drink if you're not 21. Social media. This is really important for the night of formal and the day after. You've all signed a social media contract. You signed this right when you joined Theta, so this is something you're locked into. And what this social media contract means is you cannot post anything with alcohol if you're under 21. You should not post any pictures of you binge drinking if you are 21 or under. For clarification, binge drinking is drinking out of a bottle of wine or champagne, doing a keg stand, shotgunning a beer, and then also no inappropriate captions. This is really important. Captions that say like, I had so much fun, but I wish I could remember it. I blacked out so hard. That's not acceptable. You will be asked to change your caption and or take down the photo because you want to be examples of leading women and really appropriate in all of your social media ways. Let's go through an example. Do not post this kind of photo. Yes, she looks like she's having fun. However, there's alcohol all in the background. There are red Solo cups. She looks kind of trashy and like she's too drunk. I will ask you to take this photo down. What you can post, and this looks great. Look how beautiful these women are. So great, so poised, so classy. Post pictures like to the right, not the left. Property stuff. This is just stuff that we all need to know and be aware of. Treat the venue, buses, and decorations with respect. We spend a lot of money on all of these things, so please don't steal. Don't destroy anything. That means no ripping anything off. No puking on buses. No inappropriate behavior. Please treat the venue like you're in public, not like a strip bar. Just be respectful of the people around you and how the venue is being rented. It's not a place for inappropriate behavior. Again, these things all cost money. So we don't want to pay any fines. We don't want to fine you. And we've all worked really hard to make sure everything looks really nice. So please be respectful. Party monitors. This is really important. I need you all to please be kind to party monitors. They're your sisters. They're there to make sure you're safe. They're there voluntarily. So please treat them with respect. They're there to keep you safe. They're not there for you to yell at them. They're not there to be picking up after you or chasing you around. Please do not run away from party monitors. If they think you need some water, listen to them because they're sober and they can tell that you need help. This is, again, really important. If you're rude or uncooperative to a party monitor, you will get called into MDC, and I'm going to be so sad. So please, be nice to your sisters. We all love each other. We're all in Theta. All right, but while we're talking about MDC, what else can you get called in for? You can get called in for being too drunk. Even if that means you don't get sent home, if you're too drunk at the venue and causing a scene and people are concerned about you, the whole risk team is like, oh my gosh, watch this girl, she's not doing well, you can still get called in. Yep, don't be too drunk. If you get sent home, you will get called in. If you don't get sent home, you'll still be called in. Leaving an alternative transportation. This is especially important because our venue is 30 minutes away. You cannot arrive to the venue in alternative transportation, nor can you leave in alternative transportation. Ergo, you cannot leave with friends. You can't call your mom to pick you up. Leave in an Uber with a sister and your date and make sure that we send you home. You are not calling that Uber of your own volition. Destroying property, what we talked about earlier. Don't steal anything. Don't rip things down. Don't be inappropriate to the venue. Throwing up on a bus. You'll get called in and get that $250 fine. Getting kicked out of the venue. For any reason you get kicked out, you will be called in. Even if your date gets kicked out, you will be called in. Using a fake ID. Do not use a fake ID, people. Just have fun. Sober fun is really fun. So don't use a fake ID. Not cool. Not legal. And do not verbally abuse sisters. I mean this in particularly to our party monitors. Do not yell at them. Do not curse at them. Be kind to them. You also get called in if your date is rude, drunk, or disrespectful. So make sure that your date doesn't suck. I love you all. I really mean that. I love you and I want you to be safe. So follow these rules. Be safe, be respectful, and have fun. And it will be really great. All right. Love you, fam. Bye.